It's top tier Jasmine Allure, and if you want to have an alluring time, you better watch Countdown City WrestleCast.
What is up, heels and baby faces? Welcome to another episode of the Countdown City WrestleCast. I'm your host, JC. Joining me is that guy, Tommy.
Of all the intros we have, we still keep using that one.
Just kind of rotating him in. And we got Big Mike.
What's up, guys? Spurs tonight drafted second Dylan Harper and 14th Carter Bryant, a 6'8" defensive shooter from Arizona. So Sean Elliott 2.0. This isn't the sports minorities, but just saying.
Very, very possible. Very
Sounds
possible. So
my sword, my weapon of the night is Ace from One Piece, the sword of Goldie Roger.
Nice.
Come City.
Sorry, you need to have like shelving in the back just to like organize all these.
If this room were bigger, I'd have that, but I already need to get another shelf for books and games and DVDs. So
you wanna create Star Wars, kid, and do a
yeah.
Don't tempt me because
that was
sounds kind of awesome. But
Dude.
yeah, because honestly, that video is still funny. I don't care.
I wonder what that kid.
That's actually, there should be there. Someone said it one time. There should be as a where are they now like internet stars.
Yeah.
Like
There is for some of them.
Well, I think that's what Tosh.0 was trying to do, but I guess they couldn't track that.
Crazy-eyed girlfriend is like still around. What's her name?
Yeah,
She's still around. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what is up, James? What is up, Bernsey? What is up, Sean? What is up, Angel? What's up,
What's
everyone?
up, everybody?
We spending today talking quite a bit about WWE Night of Champions, which as of now is still scheduled to go on as planned.
People they're posting they're on the flight, so
yeah.
Godspeed and good luck. Be safe, all of you.
We might give everybody a geography lesson. Don't know. Haven't decided yet. That might be the first ever WrestleCast geography lesson here.
An actual one? Or are you just gonna play that clip from Animaniacs?
There's a difference.
Don't tempt me. Don't tempt me.
I know.
Because we might get copyright strike for that one. But anyway, so we'll start with a bit of wrestling news, and obviously one that kind of throws a wrench into the bit of the storyline. Obviously, last week we talked about Liv Morgan's injury, made some predictions on where they were going to go with it as far as the Roxanne Perez, Raquel Rodriguez, Dom Mysterio storyline. And as predicted, they kind of threw Roxanne to, hey, you're teaming with Raquel. You guys are basically defending the tag titles, right? That's kind of what they threw it together at this point. Mm-hmm. Thinking that Roxanne is going to sneak her way in, much in the same way that Liv did during Rhea Ripley's injury. But now Dom Mysterio is apparently injured himself. Whether kayfabe or otherwise, I don't know. And the reason I bring that up is because with everything going on in the Middle East right now, I was wondering if some people might be doing the, quote, injury angle to not have to go to Saudi Arabia, right? But I don't know. Some people are reporting that this is a legit rib injury. Is that
So I know I've heard it's legit, and it's not. I've heard it's not expected to keep him out long, but it may not be for the next week or two. And Sean, I saw this, but this news is actually kind of old, and they're on the flights there. So he sent the one that said that Saudi Arabia had closed the airspace over. This was like from a few days ago, but
that was a couple days ago. It was like Saudi, Qatar, Oman, UAE. They had all closed their airspace with everything going on over there. Angel, United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama, Haiti, Jamaica, Peru.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to give Angel some credit because she makes references to some things that she's way too young to know. But
well, Animaniacs is timeless.
No, you're not wrong. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, so
good night, everybody.
Good night, right. But the Dom Mysterio injury, how long is this going to be? Bad timing?
I've heard it's not long, but and there may be true to what you're saying. It may be like, you know what? We don't have a match. No, they did have a match because it was him and AJ.
Yeah, it was him
and AJ. I don't know.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that is this legit injury angle? Or is this some storyline they're writing so that they don't have to make that? Maybe Dom and or AJ were just uncomfortable making that travel for good reason. Like if you're working for business say, hey, we're going to fly you to this part of the country that is just outside of a freaking war zone, but you're still going to go. Like, really? Like, you can pay me extra, some hazard pay? Like, I know I love wrestling and all, but
Actually,
I'm not gonna
Dom
pay
found
that
out
much.
that they didn't have any chicken tenders over there, so he was
Oh,
like,
yeah. That's possible.
That's a good joke. I don't
Nice,
care.
Bernsey. Hello, nurse. Yes,
Angel,
I know.
not
Angel,
5, like 7 or 8. Come on.
but
Yeah.
they did reboot it on Hulu, and that was fantastic. So, yes.
True.
Yeah. Yes, if you know anybody next, your mom did raise you very much right.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Okay. Shouts out to your mom. She was awesome.
so obviously, yeah, the AJ and Dom Mysterio match is off for now. Whether that gets added to Saturday Night Main Event in Atlanta, we'll see, or how long this injury angle, if it's real, to this. And yes, exactly. Karrion Kross has a match, everyone.
That actually is pretty big news. I can't even lie.
Here's what I want to know. His wife is, let's face it, very scantily clad. That's her thing when she comes out.
What?
How covered up is she going to be? Obviously, in that part of the country.
She has to be.
I
They
know
don't have
she
a
has
choice.
to be, but
Just
Okay,
like
look.
all the women's wrestlers.
Okay,
Yeah.
look. I'm going to go ahead and say this.
yeah.
Yes, they cover them up, but them suits be looking nice. Let me just say that. So,
I do like. I have to. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go into other stuff. Like you're like, you must cover all your skin, and then they're like, as tightly as possible. That is fine because it is
Yeah.
covered. It's like, okay,
because
yes,
Yeah.
sure.
because I think it was Bianca and Rhea one time. They wore something. I was like, so that's better. I mean, I'm not complaining, but I'm just asking. That's better. Okay.
Well, the chicken tenders just not the way they are. I was kind of joking, Jason, but
Plant-based, I guess. Yeah. I guess it works. Yeah. So.
we don't have the right sauce.
Yeah. So it's the injury angle. If that, obviously, Karrion Kross having a match. I think everyone is celebrating that more, win or lose. I swear to God, I'm gonna laugh if it's 5 seconds. But that's things we're celebrating that are happening.
Sean, some people are fine with it.
I was gonna say, Sean, you're still wrong. Nia Jax be looking fire in them outfits too. I have no complaints.
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll talk. We'll talk
And
definitely about
then- Sorry.
something else.
Latex.
Angel, we'll get to that in a minute when we do talk fully about Night of Champions. So, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. This latex. That's what got me.
I mean, as long as it covers up everything, apparently it's okay.
It does. It's just funny. She said latex.
Is this the first street fight in Saudi Arabia too? By the way, when we get to talking about that, I'm trying to remember if they had one before previously.
I don't remember them having one before this.
Yeah, so
It may be.
it's kind of cool.
I mean, I think they've had some matches that they've allowed to like go outside and maybe use the announce tables, but I
Yeah.
don't think they've just straight up.
Like that time Logan Paul did a frog splash to the.
Right, but I
But I
don't
don't
think. I think it was like referee's discretion.
Yeah.
Nothing booked as a street fight. That's
Yeah, I don't
right.
think so. I'm trying to think back.
Yeah. So
I mean, they did try to. No, wait, was that Saudi or was that Australia? When did they have the old people, old DX versus old Brothers of Destruction?
That
When they all just.
was Saudi Arabia.
It was
that
Saudi,
was
right?
Saudi. Yeah.
And they all just kind of like got injured and fell apart. And...
And then Sean telling Triple H, "We're too old for this."
Yeah.
Yeah. So
By the way, I don't know what you guys were talking about. That never happened.
yeah, that's
It's
true.
probably better.
It's like the
Yeah.
first Green
Men in Black, that one.
Yeah.
The Green
It's
Lantern,
it's like that Sinbad genie movie. It just never happened.
just like Deadpool 2 retcon that Green Lantern never happened. Exactly. So yes,
That also didn't happen. I don't know what you're talking about.
Never happened. So thanks, Deadpool.
Good stuff.
All right. Upcoming local events. Obviously, RCW July 6th, Hybrid Experience July 20th, and United 210 will be on July 25th.
Oh, we have a little bit of news.
Oh,
that's
really?
apparently just breaking. It's local related.
Okay.
So if you've ever been a hybrid, you know along the wall that they have posters of everyone who has officially graduated from hybrid as a
Yes.
wrestler, and that goes back to Maddie, a lot of the people we know now, Key, Gia, David Kidd, all those that have Casey, all of them. And the most recent one they had, who hasn't had a poster up yet, was Ridley Thorne, who graduated last month. Apparently today, if you go to the social medias, they have now had their youngest graduate in their history.
Wow.
Brock Ali has officially graduated from the School of Hybrid Wrestling. Go to his social medias, you can find it. And he's not out of high school. Youngest graduate in their history. And
I need to start making life changes, bro, because this is like seriously.
And let me say, that kid is an athletic freak.
Yeah, well, he
like
is.
Insane. So that's really cool. And I've heard from a few different people, both from Hybrid and from other places, that basically to graduate, you kind of have to like do drills and do a match for like an hour straight of just people coming in and out of the ring, test like every move you're supposed to know, your conditioning, all that kind of stuff. So crazy, just insane.
Yeah, and also in terms of recent, not graduates, but like people we're starting to see from Hybrid, like Jaden Valentino, honestly, might be one of their best newest characters they have coming out. Like out there right now.
Again, Jaden and Armani had a banger at that last show, as did Jay Young and Brock Ali. Like the youth, is serving at Hybrid. It's
Jaden
really
Valentino,
good.
he did really good against Rob Love at United.
Oh, that's true too.
Yeah. Like to go against a veteran like that, and like and I know and wrestling wise, of course, but I also, because it's Hybrid, you got to bring up the character of the wrestlers too. And Jaden Valentino is like, I think, is a direct student of Don Juan. There's no way Jaden is not a direct Don Juan student. It's like he goes in, sits in front of him, and just says, "Teach me," and Don Juan says, I've been waiting my whole life for this.
I real quick on Don Juan. How does a man who in real life is such a loving, devout Christian who will help anybody for anything play such an evil bastard in that ring, man? He is something
fantastic, isn't it? Right? It's one of life's great
It's one of the great mysteries.
I love it.
And real quick, for local events, there are also two this weekend. There's Spark in Houston, and Dog Pound is having a show this weekend too. Both are Sunday. I won't be able to make Spark, but I'm going to try to make Dog Pound.
They have tapings, and Tiffany Nieves is supposed to be there.
What? I hadn't heard that. That's crazy, yo. All right. Well, dang, I guess I got to make that show.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even know, bro. Like, wow. There were storm clouds outside. I shouldn't lie like that, because God be like, boy, I will just anyway.
They're coming every afternoon. It's the craziest thing. Yeah. We got rain on Saturday at a Jay's tournament. It was like first day of summer, my ass.
Like what?
Yeah, right. Really? So yeah, that was a wild time. Let me tell you. So.
Yeah, but the local scene doing well as always.
And then they're announcing they're announcing matches for the July 6th RCW show. And I don't know if y'all saw what I posted. I said, Texas, we eating good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, first of all, they sold out that Von Erich show way before they released any matches.
Yeah. Oh,
yep.
James
and then they finally released 5. What?
James is right. The Wrestling Shop has a show tomorrow night.
Oh, and they got Laredo Kid.
Which I probably can't make because I have to do rehearsal tomorrow night. But I'm gonna see
if it was at Ingram, I would be there. But Rolling Oaks Mall.
That's a drive. That's a track. That's a lot of traffic.
And especially with what 35 and 1604 is right now.
It's what's funny? If you come the 1604 way, it's actually not that bad.
Like all the way around from the north?
All the way around from 1604, it's actually not that bad.
The exit Nacogdoches get the turnaround. Yeah.
It's actually not that bad.
As long as you can get past 281.
Oh, that's right. And then Saturday.
I forgot about TWE.
TWE is actually around. Yes, and they're actually going to have a show at the Pride Fest. No, I get it. Okay,
it's been a while since I've heard from them. Yeah.
The only reason we know about it is because Denise. Denise and Ray are on the show, but it's at Pride Fest. So you actually have to buy tickets to Pride Fest and go into that to see it. Some of us are planning to go until, for me, some family stuff came up, so I don't know who else.
And actually, some family stuff came up for me too that I may not be able to make it either. So I'll see.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Cool. We'll see what happens.
All right. Well, let's talk about Night of Champions taking place this Saturday. Obviously, see if they decide to anything. I doubtful on Friday SmackDown, which, by the way, will be taped before it airs here locally, since that will be taped in Riyadh. Also at the Kingdom Arena, if I'm not mistaken. So, but as of right now, 6 matches on the card. And we're going to start with Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. Might as well start with it because Karrion Kross finally has a match on WWE television. Now, I just want to let you guys know, my family decided to make picks for once. Yeah, summer vacation, so they finally decided to make picks.
Ooh, vacation.
Adi, Jay, and Tina all picked Sami Zayn for this one. which I'm joining him on that as well. Because yes, Karrion Kross, congratulations, you're getting a match. I don't think you're going to beat Sami Zayn, who's going to be like he's more over as like probably the biggest face in that country, considering the reaction he got last time they were there. Ever since the ties with Syria have just kind of finally right. So I'm going to go with Sami Zayn winning this one. Tommy, what about you?
I was originally thinking Karrion, but actually that's a good point. So yeah, I'll go Sami Zayn.
Okay, Mike.
Yeah. In fact, what I want, given all the stuff about him getting, about Karrion finally getting matches, I want like that Sheamus Daniel Bryan match from was it WrestleMania or whatever, where
God damn it! I swear.
like instead of the bro kick, it's just a helluva kick, like 8 seconds in, because he was being distracted by like
By Scarlett.
his fully clothed wife Scarlett.
Okay, but to be fair, a fully clothed Scarlett could
No, I
distract
know.
any man. So,
So like
Yeah.
she's kissing him whatever before the match starts, but say I just want something like that. But no, I'm gonna go with Sammy too.
All right.
James's comment. I don't know if you guys saw it.
Sean goes to 2009 card. Yeah, I guess so. But I don't know. I think some of these might
Be sleeper hits.
be sleeper hits. Might see a surprise debut. I don't know. We'll see. So, on
Like, wait, do we have a bloodline member to debut?
I mean,
No, I'm just...
Is Zilla Fatu already
that's
ready?
gonna be my question when we get to the United States Championship match, actually. So,
Oh, okay.
Street Fight: Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Rodriguez. All of my family is picking Rhea Ripley on this one, and it's I don't know. This is just wild. I mean, I've kind of been looking forward to this one, and it's pretty, I guess, awesome. That's lucky that we're not getting this stateside, but yeah, Saudi Arabia is getting this, and it's a street fight. So, Tommy, where are you going with this one?
I think I want to say Rhea.
Okay.
I feel like there might be some Roxy shenanigans, but I want to think Rhea.
Okay, Mike.
I'm going to do some crazy stuff here since it's a Saudi show. So I agree that there's going to be some Roxanne shenanigans, but I think for the storyline,
Shenanigans.
it helps Raquel again get a win because, like you said, it looks like they're going to take over as tag champs with her and Roxanne. And then I don't think most people want Rhea to go directly back into like a title picture or something. So maybe Rhea picks up a partner and they start feuding over the tag belts for a little bit. I think he could do something to like tighten that bond with Roxanne and Raquel, which of course people are talking about the Texas connection and representing Laredo and the Rio Grande Valley. So and plus in the long-term booking, you get them to become real close, and then when Liv comes back, there's those fireworks again about stuff. So I think you could kind of help some booking with that stuff there.
Yeah, that's why I'm picking Raquel.
Okay.
Team 956 here, and I really, what it makes sense. Roxanne is really trying to build the trust of Raquel, and what better way than to help get involved with this and help her win a street fight. So
I don't know if we mentioned this earlier, but someone said on Raw when Roxanne came out and helped her, and they put Rhea through the table, that after that they did the exact same thing that they did with Liv and Raquel, where Roxanne was like cowered in the corner, kind of hurt, and Raquel came and like helped her up and gave her a hug, and they like showed them side by. Someone did a TikTok, so they showed them side by side, and it was like pretty close to like. So they're definitely paralleling that storyline with those two.
Parallels.
Math word, I know. Yeah,
Exactly.
Very cool. Yes. All right. United States Championship. Jacob Fatu defending against Solo Sikoa. Jay picked Jacob Fatu. Tina and Adi really didn't care about this one. Just they're being honest.
That's great.
I am thinking Solo Sikoa is going to win this, and I think there's going to be some other bloodline member he's going to bring in that's going to be involved with this.
What's the 7-foot kid?
There's another Fatu in there somewhere, right? Yeah.
Hikuleo was on Main Event or something recently.
Wait, really?
Okay.
I think I heard something like that.
They remember they signed him?
Apparently.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I don't know why they forget the tall dudes. Him almost they just forget. Like, we have these giants. What did we do with them? We put them in a closet somewhere. We forgot.
I don't know.
Maybe
Maybe Sean's. Never mind. Sean is in NXT. So.
Yeah. But I got sold with this one. I know there's another Fatu out there. I'm pretty sure there's so many. One that I swear there's been signed recently, rumored to be coming over. That's going to be involved and help Solo gain the championship. Yeah, after Fatu probably like neutralizes Bronson Reed and oh God, what is Cobb's new name? Not that I want to talk
JC
about.
Mateo.
Oh, okay. Well, the JC part's cool,
Mm.
but
Just call him Jeff Cobb.
Mike, what about you? What are you thinking here? So
I'm actually going to go with Fatu. I think you keep him with the title because I feel like if you're not ready to put him in a world title picture, that you kind of keep him with this for a while, and see what happens. And maybe maybe the introduction or the new person doesn't come out till afterwards, or maybe JC Mateo comes out. We'll see what happens. But I think you're going to keep it on Fatu for a while. That's my thought.
okay. And Tommy.
Actually, I was gonna go Solo as well because I think that they might build it to something at SummerSlam. So, yeah.
Zilla Fatu is Jason.
Yeah, he's training in ROW.
Okay.
Mhm.
If you actually, it's pretty cool. Friend of the show, friend of ours, Eliana, she has a video of her announcing his match. I forget who against, and like he mumbled something to her, and she said, "What?" Because like they're ready, getting ready to, she didn't get ready now. He said, she was like asking like, "Am I good?" And he mumbled something to her. You can't really see what he said, but she said what he said to her was, "Kill that shit." So, and of course it's Eliana. She did. So.
Yeah. Fatu is all gas, no brakes. You might want to get that checked out. That's I don't think that's legal to drive on Texas roads. Like that might not pass.
Yeah, as somebody who just had his brakes replaced on his car,
Yeah.
both cars actually. We just paid
Well,
$2
is it next year that we don't have to get inspections for
This
our car
year.
anymore?
This
Is it
year.
this year?
This year, yeah. So
Oh my god.
yeah.
So, but I mean, that wouldn't have passed inspection back in the day.
No.
You might want to get that checked.
How fucking old are we? Okay.
Sean, you're absolutely right. That's what Kyle's hoping with all this ROW, RCW working together. I've been hoping for that, but I don't know. The way WWE been snatching up Fatus lately, I don't think he's going to be there much longer. They've been collecting them jokers like Infinity Stones. It's like,
Swear to God, they're going to
Triple
start
H
signing.
thinks so desperately that you're right.
They're going to start signing Fatus as soon as they show up on birth certificates, basically. Like, oh, WWE.
I mean, you're not wrong. Man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome, James.
Cool. All right.
Oh,
Nope.
JC, you just went out.
All right, guys.
Yeah. As soon as you said all right, your mic just said okay.
We're now at Night of Champions intermission. 3 matches in. We're gonna take a little break in the middle.
Whoa! I just realized something. They're getting 6 matches on this card. Oh man!
Hey,
Saudi Arabia.
You pay that Saudi Arabia money, you get extra matches, buddy.
There might be a war going on. We're still getting 6 matches.
And probably shitloads of ads.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Queen of the Ring final for shot. Do they get to pick the championship match at SummerSlam? I can't remember.
I thought they did.
I
Did
think
they?
so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Asuka versus Jade Cargill. Tina and Adi are picking Asuka, and Joaquin is taking Jade for this one.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
I am not surprised by that in the least bit.
So who are you going with, Tommy? Considering you love Asuka, but if I'm not mistaken, you have hosted a panel where you have interviewed Jade Cargill. So
I have, but I still foresee shenanigans, and I'm worried, and it's probably worried. Okay, because I can see really go with this either way. I can see Asuka winning, going after Io. I can see Jade winning, going after Tiffany. So either way, I see shenanigans happening in the future, no matter who wins. But honestly, I think it's going to be Asuka since she's been out longer.
Okay.
And this is like her big comeback. So,
Mike, what about you?
I'm gonna go with Asuka, but I can totally see WWE
wanting
to pull that trigger with Jade. And again, she's like, the things she can do are impressive, but sometimes her matches just don't have that flow of a wrestler. But I don't know. I mean, they're bringing Goldberg back, so that obviously doesn't matter. So
no, and see that's why she gets a pass. It's like if Goldberg can
no, she gets a pass because you were up close with her, and now she can't do any wrong in your eyes. But I mean,
duh.
Okay.
Did you hear? I'm not denying anything.
Yeah, but then don't blame it on Goldberg.
But it's partly his fault. My love for her Jade has nothing to do with Goldberg whatsoever.
Exactly.
Yeah, let's make that clear.
I could see it being Jade because if it's Jade, she beats Tiffany Stratton at SummerSlam and immediately gets cashed in on by Naomi. That's the route I think they go with it.
Funny.
There's that too.
But Asuka's return has been awesome. It's been hyped. And we got rid of the fucking Def Rebel song that she had before. So I gotta go with Asuka.
I keep forgetting how much you hated that song.
I can't stand the music he does. Like, come on, dude. Like, can we bring it back?
I want to know what they have on Triple H or TKO or whatever, because the fact that they're still employed, especially with the wrestlers they've cut, but Def Rebel's still employed, it's got to be something.
I hope they were going to do.
They know where the bodies are buried, literally.
Yeah.
Apparently.
So I'm going with Asuka. James says there, Jade had all the momentum when she debuted and kind of ran out. It did a bit. I mean, I think at some point Jade will get a title shot, and quite frankly, she could still get a title shot at SummerSlam without winning Queen of the Ring. It's very possible.
Yeah,
and we get the Naomi cash in either way.
I think the momentum didn't so much run out. I think they purposefully pumped the brakes as to avoid the.
It was really weird what they did because they were like, look at her, introduce her. They were not going to let her wrestle for a while. It's like, oh, right.
Yeah.
So I feel like they didn't want to have her do too much too fast, and then
expose her too soon.
Yeah, and then something go wrong, and then of course the toxic AEW fans, which plenty of them exist too, would have a lot to say, and honestly, they're just as annoying as toxic WWE fans. So.
Toxicas.
No, she's cool. Okay.
Hashtag no toxicas. All right. King of the Ring final is Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes. Jay, Adi, Tina, and yes, myself are all going with Cody Rhodes. This seems to set up a Cody versus Cena or Cody versus Punk at SummerSlam match.
Yeah.
So I'm going with Cody on this one. Mike, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, unless literally Cena comes down and interferes and costs Cody the match, I can't see him not winning.
Okay. And Tommy.
Yeah, Cody.
Right.
I like the idea. I love the idea of Randy's King of the Ring just like that. That'd be like the last thing he hasn't done. But it's gonna be Cody.
Is it Evolution before SummerSlam? Yes, it is. But
it is, isn't it?
This guarantees the shot.
Yeah, because it's All In.
Same day as All In. That's right.
Yeah, I know.
No, the day after.
No, Saturday is All In. That's the same night as Goldberg on the Saturday night's main event.
Oh my God! I just realized that's the same day.
Yes.
Yeah. We're gonna compete with All In. We're gonna throw in Goldberg.
I don't know. Watch Oldberg again, or Hangman, like the guy who's been built so well, and
Goldberg.
Moxley, despite the bad storyline, still puts on great matches.
Goldberg get a match. Okada Omega 5.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay. A pretty cool attraction in the 90s. 4 of the greatest matches in pro wrestling history, going to number 5.
You got to think if they were looking at this is what they're competing with. Okay, we're good. Like, yeah.
Do you want better? Goldberg, Tony Storm doing literally anything.
Yeah.
Tony Storm doing literally anything.
Tony Storm being on camera.
Tony Storm existing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tony Storm exists, and the world is not that bad a place.
Yeah. And kind of interesting. I don't know if y'all said this earlier, but they Sean and James picking Orton. So.
Oh wow!
Oh,
okay.
Interesting.
Okay.
Interesting. All right, we'll see how this plays out then.
Yeah, very much so.
Finally, WWE Championship. John Cena defends against CM Punk. Jay and Adi are picking Punk. Tina would love for Punk to win, but is pretty sure Cena's going to win. I'm kind of in agreement there. First of all, golf clap to Cena for that promo. Yes, it obviously.
Actually, you know what? 100%.
It was It was a good promo. It was a nice little kind of callback to the pipe bomb. but it wasn't an A+ promo, maybe a B+ type promo for Cena, because if you really want to make it an A+, you should have mentioned Jack Perry. Then people might have believed that you weren't working that whole that you weren't just working that, you're
That's
really shooting
fair.
off the cuff. Because if you threw out Claudio Castagnoli, Matt Cardona, Nick Nemeth's name, if you'd have said Jack Perry, people would be talking about this promo for much longer and probably be calling back to it more than they did about the pipe bomb promo. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that
See,
that was the only thing missing from that promo.
I give it an
You're
A-
right,
so
but I am
yeah,
torn because he did say Claudio, so
Yeah.
there's that.
Yeah, I know, but and then he
But no,
did
you're
try to
right. That would have
make
been
it again.
hilarious.
Yeah,
And I don't
because-
know if the guys saw at GCW this past weekend.
Oh
Matt
yeah, Cardona.
He got on the mic and said,
Hi,
"Hi,
John
hi,
Cena."
John Cena."
he's
He
wearing
wouldn't
a
say-
shirt now, by the way.
Yeah, he said online, "This is the last thing I'm doing to milk that for all I can." And I'm like, this man is a marketing genius, and how did they not keep him around more?
Okay, have you seen this clip? I don't know if the interview was just today or whatever, but Rhodes has Kevin Owens on his new little podcast thing he
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
And did you see Owens like kind of making fun of Matt? Not because like they're friends apparently, but he's like they were talking about Matt because I think Cody Rhodes thought he didn't like Matt Cardona. He goes, "No, I love him. He's my friend. But only thing, why are you going to call yourself King of the Indies and then mention how you want to go to WWE every time?" He's like, that just doesn't make sense to me. And like Cody literally spits out his
Yeah.
drink because he didn't expect him to say that.
See that's the kind of thing that makes me love Kevin Owens more because like the level of practicality he has with the things he says is just hilarious to me.
It's the difference between Cody, who just always seems like he's working, that he's the character, and Kevin Owens, who just seems like, whatever, dude. I'm just like being myself. So.
Someone put a compilation together of Kevin Owens when him and Sammy were tagging when they were the tag champs, and Kevin Owens getting mad and yelling, and I was just like, honestly, every time he yelled, I agreed with him. That's what you were.
Do you think Rock's going to put himself in potential danger?
No, not without Dom.
I can't. Yeah,
family.
No, it would be interesting, but also to drop Cena. Like,
Nah.
wasn't
You're gonna keep heel Cena for the rest of this year. But I mean,
or at least until the end.
yeah. Look, I think Cena is gonna be Punk. It's one of those return the favor kind of things. Big publicized match, fantastic. It's great. And you know it's gonna call back to what Cena said. You're trying to be me. Take the title and run, right? I think when Cena finally does drop it, it'll probably be at Survivor Series, and then he'll have this one final match where he, you know, rides off the sunset in December. But I don't. So whoever wins King of the Ring, I don't think is going to beat Cena either. So I think they're saving that for Survivor Series. Whoever it is that's going to challenge him is going to be the one to take the title off him and be like the savior of WWE, if you will. But I think
Which I feel like it's just going to be back to Cody Rhodes at the end of it.
it could potentially be. Yeah, I don't know.
just want R-Truth to win it. That's all I care.
I
about.
would love her to be R2, especially now. Now that it's Ron Killings,
Ron
right?
Killings, excuse me.
Although Sean seems to think Punk wins with the help of Ron Killings.
I can see Ron jumping Cena. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
could see that as well.
Also,
Ron, how'd you get
Cena,
on the plane? I snuck you on.
if Cena wins, does he try to exit through the crowd and then have to jump on a private jet for like
I-
13 hours?
I would,
As opposed to Punk, who just like rode a cab back home because they were in Chicago.
Good question. Yeah. So,
I would
yeah,
just leave to the ramp if I were him. Just the same way you came in. That's how I would leave.
especially with shit going on right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I'm going with Cena. Tommy, what about you?
Yeah, I'm going Cena. I don't see any reason for.
I'll be rooting for Punk, but I'm picking Cena.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I don't know if I'd go that far either, but it's because honestly, that's right. 100% agree with Cena. The hypocrite part, I was like, yep, that part wasn't a lie. So yeah, I'm going Cena, but honestly, I got to see the match to be sold on this whole thing because honestly, I kind of don't care. So
All right, Mike, what about you?
I'm going to go Cena, but honestly, for me, I think Cena's done the best part of his heel run with this stuff with Punk. Like,
I
they
agree
just,
with that. I agree.
they
with that.
just have that magic together, and like I said, like the pipe bomb, Cena's pipe bomb was a little corny, but it still worked, like you said, as a callback. Punk is always great when he's going off at Cena. So the previous weeks before that too were some great stuff. And if you remember back to Elimination Chamber, like that finishing like they can still go. So this of all the matches that the Orton match was like, last time. And I know they're trying to go down this nostalgia, like last time facing all these people. This is the only one I'm actually kind of excited for because it has the potential to be, well, the best thing he's done so far in this heel turn. So,
all right. Well, WWE Night of Champions, as of now, is still going on. Yes, despite all the shit going on in this part of the world. Here's your little geography lesson. Riyadh is right here, everybody.
You actually pulled up a map.
I pulled up a map here. So Saturday, June 28th at 12 p.m. Central Time, our time, will be taking place at the Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Watching viewable for us on Peacock. All the fighting is going on up here. Israel's over here. Iran's over here. We think the ceasefire is going on, but there's bombs back and forth here. Iran sent some missiles here to Qatar. This is where some people were rumored to be stranded. I don't know if they've actually resolved that or not. Oh, by the way, if this strait gets blocked off, our oil prices are going up. So get ready for that. Yeah, so because Iran controls this shit. Anyway, this happened in Riyadh. It is a dangerous part of the world, so I'm pretty sure people are going to be watching this, and I pray for the safety of everybody involved with WWE that they all have an amazing show and get home safe. But it's funny. You can go back and look at airspace trackers of flights. As soon as the bombs started dropping on Iran, this whole area just cleared out. Literally, planes fly around these countries here like this. So it is crazy. Steady, don't tempt me. Because I can, United States.
We already mentioned that.
You already mentioned it before, so.
But for anyone that doesn't know, why is this so dangerous? Riyadh is not that far from a war zone.
Yeah.
Saudi Arabia is obviously allied to the U.S. There's been threats that China or even Russia could get involved because the U.S. has attacked Iran. Who knows? But we'll see. Hopefully everyone just gets home safe. That is the most important thing. And I say that as I don't want any war to happen because I have a lot of friends that are currently active in the military. And I don't need to be worried about them having to go and be a part of this conflict too as well. So, yeah. So, taking place as of now, Saturday at noon. Any kind of card updates, we'll watch this Friday on SmackDown to see if they add anything else because that will also be taped in Riyadh and aired on tape delay here in the United States as well. So, yeah. All right. With that, we'll get into our 1 minute warning segment here. Mike, do you have anything this week?
I feel like that commercial for watching us or listening to us on Spotify, where I just get a 1 minute warning. I'm like,
yeah,
I don't think so. No, I don't got anything.
All right.
Just be safe, everybody. That's all.
Please. Yeah. Tommy, what about you?
Yeah, I got something quick.
All right. Go for it, sir.
Okay. So it's almost the end of June, so almost the end of Men's Mental Health Month as well as Pride Month, of course. But for the Men's Mental Health Month, I want to give a shout out to all the guys out there dealing with, depression and all the other stuff and whatnot. Hang in there. The days do get better. And not just for men, but, everybody. But for men especially, I know it's hard for us to talk about when we go through those kind of things. Hang in there. Reach out to someone. You do have people who care, absolutely. Even if they joke with you and laugh, they're still out there. They really do. And shout out to Baracho Pro and New Texas Pro Wrestling this past weekend at the Baracho Pro Show, the Cookout. They announced that the proceeds from the show and several sponsors are all donating to United 210 to help get them back in the yard. So that's really cool of the sponsors. It's cool of Baracho, cool of New Texas Pro. For those who think that who tried to take down United and think that they still have a chance, why don't you just do what DX said for years and suck it? Because we're not going anywhere. Because as long as the fans love it, as long as Texas loves it, we all love it, it ain't going nowhere. So you wanted to take down United, you're not gonna. Get over yourself. And once again, suck it.
All right.
Kane version, soccer. Just popped in my head at the last minute.
Wow.
Sorry.
Wild.
Too funny.
Throwback.
Too funny.
Picking up on the man's mental health is, you know, and this is, I guess, in a way, wrestling related. It's fun to heckle, it's fun to yell, it's fun to do all that live. It's fun to talk back and forth about things online, whether you're AEW, WWE, enjoy it while you can. But there is a limit, and if you not know what I'm talking about, Major League Baseball recently banned a 22-year-old fan. If you're not aware of this, he is a White Sox fan. He was at Tuesday night's game, White Sox versus Diamondbacks, and he started heckling Ketel Marte, who's a second baseman for the Arizona Diamondbacks, during the game about his late mother, who passed away 8 years ago now. Yeah, 8 years ago in a car accident in the Dominican. He was a kid at the time, if I'm not mistaken, or young 20s, basically. It brought Marte to tears, but I don't know if this guy was drunk, whatever. The White Sox are having a horrible season. Who knows? The point is, he made some comments. Marte was visibly shaken up by it, almost in tears. And props to him for trying to play through the rest of the game. That fan was kicked out of the game, so props to the White Sox for that. And Major League Baseball just announced that they are banning him from all Major League ballparks, potentially for life. Look, we need to be better as a society. Obviously, with everything that has gone on the last, it seems ever since 12 years, because people can't seem to just, more than that, I guess, people can't seem to just accept an election result, and it's divided the country over something stupid. With all the fighting going on in the Middle East, with all the shits going on, obviously the ICE thing is crap. It sucks. We need to be better people to each other. We don't need this kind of shit happening in a public forum. And yes, as somebody who had fun heckling, had fun jeering at live wrestling shows, I never went that far because there is a limit. You don't get personal. You don't talk about family life, stuff like that. So
no, man, you make fun of my mom's broken foot. I'm gonna whoop your ass. I don't give a damn. No, hell no. I was like, you make fun of my mom. Like, no, I want to run hands for that dude. Like, why did do that?
Let's be better as a society, not just here, but all over the world. Okay, there's a lot of high tension going on, and eventually, this kind of stuff could lead to our own destruction. Okay.
Yep.
Let's be better about that, especially during Mental Health Awareness Month, right? So, props to Major League Baseball for handling that. Well, let's not something that's stupid make it over into the wrestling world and just ruin the experience for so many people. It's not called for. Let's get ahead of that. So, please.
And just to be clear, for everyone that Tommy heckles and says horrible things of at shows, there are pictures of him hidden away with those people. There's one from weddings long ago. There's other ones.
Okay, first of all, if you're going to mention that person, she was just as mean to me as I was to her. So it's not like that was like a one-sided thing. Or all the stuff I said to Angel Blue. Angel Blue gave as well as she got. Okay?
But I feel like she responded to what you would start.
She started plenty of things with me. Yes.
She has, but she's asked permission. I remember her coming up to you after a show like, can I be really racist with you? And you said, absolutely.
First of all,
don't lie. She did.
One time.
That was one time. She's used it for the rest of her life. I don't care if she's Angel Blue or Angela Armstrong. She's doing that. By the way, congratulations, Angela. If you didn't know, she is pregnant right now, and she's
I saw that.
Yeah, so congrats to her. Yeah.
Also, this is going to hurt a lot of people's. They're not going to believe this that have been at recent Hybrid and United 210 shows, but Angel wants to get this out there so y'all know. She actually does. She is friends with Armani, despite all the things she yells.
Nah, I call bullshit. She's trying to stay face after what I just talked about the 1 minute warning. That's what I think. So
don't worry, JC. Don't worry, JC. I'll bring this home in honor for you. I legit can't stand Kelly.
Dang! Don't talk about my cousin that way, bro.
Sorry, bro. Your cousin's a jerkwad. I don't know what to tell you.
No, but in all seriousness, what you said, Jesse, is 100% right.
No.
Yeah, let's please be better society on so many levels.
I don't insult Kelly's family. I insult the fact that Kelly's short. There's a difference. And also, if I said to Angel Blue, I've never once crossed the line of making fun of like her family or nothing like that because her family's part of her are lovely people.
They
Angel
really
Blue
are.
herself is the devil, but that's different.
And they're stuck with her. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's punishment enough for them. I don't know what they did. What the hell, Angel?
Oh, that's because at the Hybrid show she was sitting next to some people.
Not dating
and they basically asked like, y'all two an item, and because he was so like yelling at him so much, he was like, "No, I'm underage for one." Yeah.
So
Wow,
not
that's the
yet.
kid. Wow.
Not yet.
So
No,
if it
probably.
wasn't- okay, so if it wasn't for the guy, then how do people think I'm married to Jasmine Allure? Because she has assaulted
No
me.
one thinks that, Tommy.
No one thinks that.
Are you
No.
sure? She threw stuff at me. So
Nah,
my
she
own
just
sign.
hates you. You deserve it. So I mean,
Jessica Havoc is your alternate reality ex-wife. That's what we know.
Yeah.
That's right. So okay, that's
true.
yeah, exactly.
True.
So another multiverse somewhere. Yeah. Thank you everybody for joining us once again. WWE Night of Champions is Saturday, June 28th at 12 p.m. Central Time from the Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Check it out here in the United States on Peacock and on Netflix internationally. Next week we are going to recap everything that does happen at Night of Champions and talk about where this road to SummerSlam goes from there. So
I was trying to PG it up, Angel.
And if it happens at the performance
Don't share
center.
it.
Oh,
This is apparently what the people literally said to her. Y'all can see it in the chat.
how old is Angel? 17?
Yeah,
it's gonna get worse when you're a girl. So yeah, for sure. Yeah. Next week we'll talk about everything that does happen at Night of Champions. Hopefully everybody does make it home safe, and we're able to see everybody relieved to be home back on Raw on Monday on Netflix as well too. So, all right. Felt like a short show today. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah. Yes.
But for a WWE review with 6 matches, it's a long show.
Does that mean there's also going to be like 3 times as many advertisements to make up?
I would not be surprised at all.
Potentially, yeah. So
it's like watching a YouTube video, but worse.
Pretty much.
Thank you everybody for watching, and if you're listening to us on Spotify, we do appreciate that.
Indeed.
Yes, for sure. Be kind to each other. Have a great weekend. Enjoy wrestling. Enjoy a noon wrestling event. It's kind of cool to have. So yeah. So over here we got Tommy.
Thanks, guys.
We got Mike.
Thanks, guys. Be good to each other.
And I'm JC. As always, those are favorite faces. No wrestling is real.
People are
Fake.
Kamasuri.
Animaniacs for life, people.
Adios, Gunther. Na